Hello, everybody. Good day to you all. The Anthem of the Bad Samaritan was directed by Dean Devlin, and actors starring in it are Robert Sheehan, Carrie Condon, David Tennant, Jacqueline Bears, and Carlito Olivero. And here we have a story about guys who are thieves who work at a restaurant as a valet. And they use the people's GPS to find out where they live, break into their houses, steal little things here and there, something they won't notice, and that's how they make their money. And they turn their cars back when nothing happened, and that's what happens. And so then you have Sean, who's played by Robert Sheehan, and he breaks into David Tennant's character's house, Kyle Enrendurich. He breaks into David Tennant's house, and he finds out that David Tennant's character is a serial killer. He has a woman tied up in his house, all strapped down, and he tries to save her, but certain things happen. He freaks out and he leaves her there. And so the rest of the movie, he's trying to pretty much save this woman's life because he feels guilty, but he feels bad. He even goes to the police. He tries to tell them what's going on, but David Tennant seems to be always one step ahead of him. No matter what he does, he always seems to have an answer for it, and the thing's already cleaned up. And he risks his own life because he could go to jail for what he was trying to do, but he doesn't care about that because he's the one to save this girl. So he spends he loses relationships, he loses friends. All because he wants to save this girl from this crazy man. And so you see so all the good and the bad and everything happens to him throughout this whole entire journey. That's pretty much what the whole movie is. The whole movie is about. Now before I get into the good stuff, I'm gonna start with the bad. Now the bad part about the movie is, there is humor in it, and I did enjoy, but it's not placed well. The jokes worked when it happened, but it was jarring when it did because the movie has the tone shifted out of nowhere. Because there was no humor established earlier on. Let you know that there's going to be some funny parts in it. It was mostly all serious and very intense, and then all of a sudden it just threw in a joke and it just came out of nowhere, which changed the whole tone really quickly. I just what in the world? I mean, the joke worked, but it didn't fit what was going on previously. It just came out of nowhere. Are we doing jokes now? I just okay, okay. And once that first joke happened, the whole tone afterwards changed from the how it started out. I just oh, okay, I get used to that. The acting was fine. I think David Tennant he's a little bit overboard at times. Like I said, once the joke happened, the whole thing switched. And there were certain times when things happened in this picture, which I kept thinking to myself, how did he have the time to clean up after himself and get rid of all that stuff before the cops came? I don't understand how that could be possible. It had a lot of those moments. How could he do that in that short amount of time? That wouldn't work. But oh well, yeah. So that's pretty much it with the bad. Because there's a lot of things that you just it wasn't easy to explain on why that would happen so quickly. I mean, I understand that he's smart and all, but they had the opportunity to clean up after himself and do all that stuff like this and move everything around and so he looked like an innocent person. How did he have the time to set all this stuff up and counter everything that he filmed that quickly? It makes no sense. But whatever. So let's move on to the good stuff. The good stuff is the tone at first in the first half of the movie is great. Because you actually do feel bad for this character. You feel bad for Sean because he made a mistake, and you can see that he's trying to fix it. And even though the mistake that he made it cost the life of so many people that he cares about, and in a way that weighs on him. He can't even sleep that well. He can't even eat that well because he's focused on this one person. He had to save her. He bailed on her at the time because he freaked out, and so he feels bad about this. And knowing that she's still alive, she's still out there, he got to save her before this nut job decides to, well, take her out. And yeah. So you root for him, and because you care about him too. You know, yeah, even though he is a mess up, and he's not really a good person per se, because he is breaking into people's houses and stealing stuff. But he's also a character who you could tell wants to be a better person, wants to do the right thing, and so you root for him and you care about him. That's what it comes down to. The movie is very intense. There's a lot of tense scenes in here that happen. Like at certain moments there, you understand why things are going in such a way that it's going. Just like, what would you do in situations like this? Like, would you do the right thing too, or would you bail like him? How would you react afterwards? Would you try to stop the bad guy, or would you try to the police do it on their own, like you did your part? Because knowing that because the thing is though, what he did, and going to the police. He could have went to jail or got deported for his crimes, or he just went to jail for. He was going to sacrifice that to save somebody. Yeah, so make his character very likable. Even when a lot of tragedies happen to him, you feel bad for him. So the movie's fun. It's fun to watch. Like I said, it has a very intense tone to it. It has some humor in it, like I said earlier. The humor like works for it and works against it at the same time too. Because the humor was funny, and it made me laugh when I saw it. But at the same time, it was also jarring too because it switched so fast like that. Overall, I think it's a fun movie. I think I recommend it. I said go check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I give the movie a grade. I give it a B minus. I give it a B minus. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy it and have fun watching it too. If you have already seen it, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about The Bad Samaritan. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. So give my channel a big like and thumbs up. Bam. And subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it. And also hit the bell at the bottom so you get notified every time I make a video. So like I always say, in my dreams and in my life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out. People.